Can McCaffrey?
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. This will be fielded at the 6, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 54. All day, just like that. Just like that. Switch.
First carry for Christian. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Pin the mirrors back and go full street.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing is Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Another run, this time McCaffrey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Now it's Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54.
Hey, box drop.
Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know when Prater hit from 64? That was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63. That was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Rolling to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. 6-0 our score after one. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Newton now to throw. And Thomas has it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Pass complete. Newton fighting his tight end Thomas, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Newton. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. K.J. Wright came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Here's McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
From the 29, Ryan, this complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Staying open. Mike 5'9", Get up.
To throw is Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
54.
To throw again. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Caught by Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Ito Smith, his 1st carry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruiser?
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the 1st half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wright's got him. So we have reached halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's see what you got. Hey, dude.
Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Ryan. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Hey, Tuesday. Check 25. Kill. Wait. 54 is Mike. Hey, wahoo. Get out. All right, 25.
Now it's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And this pass complete. Newton finding right. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the red zone now, Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Cam, option left. And now he'll tuck it and run. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jarius Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now with what they're telling receivers about
blitz coming and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Fielded at the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. And the Vikings have scored again to extend their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are...
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mo Alley Cox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him. But he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go! Here we go!
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Mike 54. I got him.
Throwing again. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They shakes him off. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a line, 25 track.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A first down carry for Smith. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And the tight end, Luke Stocker, was the target. And it's 3rd and short.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Ryan. And that's caught by Smith.
Let's go.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Olsen. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Olsen. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
39.
Here's Ryan. The quick slant caught. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On first down, it's Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. The shotgun snap for Newton. He gets this one to Johnson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
He'll look to throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. That time, a 9-play drive. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons down 31-28, less than 90 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now it's the Panthers' turn, trailing by 4, 80 seconds remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He's back to throw. Complete to right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. They'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Newton to throw. He'll try and run it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Back to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll go down at the 28. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Newton to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Some strong running at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the red zone now, Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Atlanta, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.